This is actually a forearm plank pose that I want to show you how to do. But first I want you to get to understand how you're going to engage through your lower body when you're in the forearm plank. So I'm going to show you a lazy leg, which basically a lot of people just have a tendency to just stack the heel on top of the knee is what I'm trying to tell you to do. So here's a lazy leg. My foot's just kind of hanging out, my leg's just hanging out. What I want you to do is I want you to have a very active leg. So I want you to look at the difference. Flex the toes in and engage through the hamstring and turn on the glute. So the difference is a lazy leg or an active, strong leg. And you'll feel the difference. It's like night and day. So I'm going to come down onto the floor into the forearm plank pose. So we'll come down onto your forearms, wrists and elbows will come in line with each other. And we're going to keep your elbows right underneath your shoulders. We're going to step back into a plank position. You're going to tuck up through your pelvis. You're going to squeeze through your glutes. So already I'm saying I want you to engage through the lower body. So once you take a lift of that foot, that leg up, and you bend, the tendency is for people to just have a lazy leg and start pushing up and down like this, bouncing in the hips and all that kind of stuff. No, that's not what we're doing. What we're doing is exactly what I showed you when I was standing. You're going to bend that knee. You're going to flex your toes in. My foot's already so used to being flexed that it's there. So I'll show you one more time. So you're going to lift that up. You're going to guide the heel in. You're going to flex the toes in. You're going to turn on. You're going to activate that. So it's a hamstring curl. You're curling your heel in towards your glute. And I want you to think about pushing the roof up. So now drive yourself away from the floor. So drive down through your forearms, tuck up through your hips, re-engage through the abdominals, and then start to get that glute press. So every single one counts. We're going to push up through the ceiling. We're keeping an active, flexed foot. We're keeping the hamstring and the glute on. We're inside the abdominals. Lower down. And then it's always nice to just round up and stretch out through the low back after something like that. I'm going to show you a modification if that's too much for you to do. You're still going to turn everything on like we just did, but what you can do is bring one knee to the floor. So remember, it's not bring one knee and your butt back to the floor and then start doing this kind of thing, because that's what I see all the time. Stay in that position, right? So we're still going to be on an angle. You're starting from here. One knee drops, nothing else moved. We're going to lift that leg. It's active. We're going to activate pushing the chest away from the floor, get the abdominals in, and then we'll find the strong press. So it looks like this for 8, 7, 6, 5. There's a deliberate squeeze in there. 4, 3, everything is on. 2, and 1. And you can do as many sets as you feel strong enough to do with good form until you feel fatigued. And that right there is, that's a beautiful exercise. So forearm plank with a glute press, activating the lower body.